Hey, what's up everybody? My name is You Can't Have This Username, and today I'm back with another video for you guys. Today, I'm going to show you guys a quad feed with every base game gun in Modern Warfare 2. I got this idea originally from Merc Music, so shout out to him. Gotta give credit where credit is due. I saw his stuff and thought it'd be a fun challenge to try for myself, and finally, here it is. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking, wait, isn't this game 3 years old? Yeah, it is 3 years old, but here it is anyway. I got all the clips for this a while back when the game first came out, but basically forgot about it and never made a video. But I found them again and figured I might as well just finish up the video, so here it is. If you don't want a commentary and just want to jump straight into watching the clips, skip to the timestamp on screen now. Now, with all that out of the way, let's just jump right in, and we'll start off with the assault rifles. First off, we have the standard M4 on Shoot House. This was the first clip I hit in the game, and it actually took me a couple weeks because the spawns in this game are very, very weird. But I finally hit it after running around this corner here and getting these last couple guys near the point. Now, watching this back, this was the only clip I hit before I set up a clan tag, so the kill feed isn't the same as like every other clip in the video. I honestly don't really know why I did, but for some reason I did go back when I had gotten all the clips for this video and got this second clip on the Prisoner Rescue game mode on El Asilo to make the kill feed look the same as all the other clips. Next up is the TAC-56, again on Shoot House. This weapon's considered to be one of the best assault rifles in the game, but this clip did take me several days because I was still figuring out the game and the different game modes and spawns and all that stuff, so it's not an insane clip, but a decent one, all things considered. Next, we've got the Kastov 7.62, which is basically just an AK. Great gun, I love this gun, and this clip was hit on Hardpoint. Hardpoint has the more predictable spawns from what I've found, so that's the game mode I used for the majority of this video. Here we've got the Lockman 5.56. Again, I love this weapon platform in Modern Warfare 2. It's pretty solid. All the variants are pretty good. I was starting to figure out the spawns a bit here, so I was able to snag this fourth guy in the back here for the quad feed. Moving on, here's the STB 5.56 on honestly one of the most underrated maps in the game, in my opinion. The 6v6 border crossing map, in my opinion, is actually a pretty solid map. And there in the corner, you can see my buddy Jay almost ruining this clip. That happened pretty frequently when we were playing, but I was able to get lucky. Here's the M16, and we're back on Shoot House for this one with a very, very satisfying quad feed on some snipers camping in the back of the map. And again, there's Jay almost ruining the clip in the kill feed, but I was just a little bit faster. Next up is the Kastov 7.4U on Dome. Honestly, not a big fan of this weapon, but I got this clip pretty quickly, so it wasn't too bad to work with. I got this one right at the start of the game by flanking around the enemy spawn and shooting them in the back to finish out this clip. And this one was only on screen for literally one frame because Jay killed somebody right after me, but luckily I was just a little bit quicker. For this one, we've got another Kastov weapon variation. This one's the Kastov 5.45, which is based on the real-life AK-105. This weapon's pretty good overall. I like it, and this map is a very fun one to play on too. So I was able to sneak around to the enemy spawn near this objective with my dead silence activated and clear them out, plus some stragglers coming down this hallway here. That's all of the base game assault rifles in Modern Warfare 2, but I've got a couple of bonus squad feeds for you guys too. So first up are the Season 1 assault rifles, starting off with the M13B with a clip on Shipment. Shipment's a great map for quad feeds, so if you're wanting to do something like this, definitely hit up the Shipment 24/7 playlist in multiplayer, and you could probably knock out a whole weapon class in a day. Next up is the Chimera, which I believe is also a Season 1 weapon. I don't really remember all that much about this gun, but for this clip, I was lucky enough to take out 3 enemies over here and stumble upon an AFK guy in the back to finish out the quad feed. Unpopular opinion, by the way, but this map is hugely overrated, in my opinion. Even though it's a classic, it plays horribly, and I am not a fan. Finally, the last quad feed in the assault rifle category that I have today is the Hemlock, which is a Season 2 assault rifle with this clip on Dome. I was missing my shots on this last guy to finish up the quad feed, but luckily another enemy jumped in front right before my teammate finished off that other guy, so I was able to actually still get the quad feed for the Hemlock in the end. Now that we're done with the assault rifles, let's move right along into the battle rifles. These ones usually pack a bit more of a punch, but usually have slower handling and harder to control recoil. First up is the Lockman 7.62, which is honestly a very good gun. I really like the Lockman platform in this game. They all perform pretty well and feel very solid to use. In this clip on the museum map, I got these two initially and somehow was able to get an entire reload in here and then finished off these last 2 players on the objective for a pretty easy quad feed. Next is SO14 on the Breenberg Hotel map. Now, this is a very underrated gun in my opinion. With the drum mag and full auto on, this thing is an absolute beast. But for some reason, in this clip, I wasn't using full auto. I don't really know why. But I was able to get 3 kills in this room leading to the point and just guessed where the 4th person might be coming from and ended up getting lucky. Here we have the TAC-V on Dome. On this clip, I posted up on the hardpoint in this nice little angle overlooking the entrance, but the kill feed was split by my own proximity mine. So I went back and started over with this gun to hit a clean quad feed and ended up finding this nice little area behind the vehicles to mow down any enemies coming out of their spawn over here in the building. This is definitely one of my favorite clips of the video. Rounding out the battle rifles is the FTAC Recon on the market map. And I'm actually very surprised I was able to hit this quad feed because I hadn't unlocked really any attachments yet. I know at one point in the game's life cycle, there was a glitch to where you could get like a 30 round mag on this thing, but we play legit over here, so I didn't end up doing anything like that. And that'll do it for the battle rifles. So let's jump right into the SMGs, starting off with the Vel 46, which is basically just the MP7. This one was pretty easy to get, and this gun overall isn't too bad. So yeah, pretty standard submachine gun. Next up is the MX9 with a quad on Crown Raceway. Awesome map, but absolutely horrible gun. This gun is not very competitive at all, and its magazine capacity is pretty limited, but it is still kind of fun to use. Here we've got the Lockman Sub with what I think is one of the best clips in this video. The Lockman Sub is a very responsive weapon and can definitely be used for those more aggressive playstyles like how I was playing in this quad feed. I was able to get a split 6-man streak with even a melee kill in there for the last one. So yeah, really good weapon overall. Next, we've got another really great weapon and arguably the best SMG in the game, the Vaznev 9K. This SMG is also really good for those aggressive playstyles and works really well on Al Bagra Fortress. Speaking of which, this map is one of my favorites in the entire game, which says a lot because there are several really good maps in Modern Warfare 2. This clip ended with a clean 5-man on screen and 7 kills overall. Now we've got the FSS Hurricane with a clip in a similar spot as the TAC-V from earlier. Not a bad gun overall, but this would definitely be more suited to Warzone or DMZ than 6v6 multiplayer in my opinion, but you can still make it work. It's got a pretty high magazine capacity, which can be helpful in certain situations. Next up, we've got the Miniback with a very aggressive clip on Himmelmatt Expo. I really like this SMG too. I was able to sneak in the back of the hardpoint and kill these 5 players in a row, get a full reload in, get this guy over here, I don't know what he was doing, and then finish off this last enemy for a total of 7 kills. Probably one of my best clips in the entire video. Moving on, here we have the PDSW 528 on Zarqwa Hydroelectric. Now, all the other clips in this video were all hit in normal core modes and public matches, but this one was actually hit in a ranked match. I think it was one of my first ranked matches, so I loaded in, got the quad feed with like no attachments, and then just never played ranked again. So that probably explains why the second guy was just standing there AFK. Last up for the base game SMGs, we have the Fennec 45 with a really cool clip on the Black Gold Night map. I know a lot of people aren't fans of the night vision maps, but I think they allow for some really cool looking clips like this one, and I definitely wish I was able to hit more clips on this map with the night vision on. Finally, as a bonus clip, we have the Season 1 SMG, the Bass P, with an awesome quad feed on the same map, but without the night vision. The audio is pretty messed up for this clip, I'm not 100% sure why, which kind of sucks because I was grinding for this clip for weeks. I just kept getting super unlucky with this gun, but I was finally able to make it work with this aggressive spawn flank. The gun's not bad, but I just kept getting unlucky. Moving on, let's jump into the light machine guns. Now, the LMGs are really solid in this game, and I have some really exciting clips to show you guys. We'll start off by looking at the Sakin, however you pronounce this one, MG38. So I hit this one on the Hydroelectric map after I finally figured out how the spawning system works on this map. So I was able to get the 7-man streak, finishing off with the quad feed. Now, the only bad thing about this gun is its speed. It handles so slowly, but that's about what you'd expect for a heavy light machine gun. Next up is the HCR 56 with a pretty clean clip on Hatchery. Now, I love using this gun. It's one of my favorite LMGs, but for whatever reason, I just kept having bad luck with it. After several days, I finally was able to get this satisfying quad feed. Next, we've got the Icarus 556, which is honestly probably the best light machine gun in the game. It's got decent damage, a high fire rate, and it's very maneuverable, making it perfect for an aggressive playstyle that can be used when you don't want to reload very much. So I got this quad feed on Al Bagra Fortress. In the same game, I was also able to get a second clip using the same gun, and this could have been a clean 5-man, but the game ended too soon, unfortunately. So yeah, great gun overall. Here we've got the heavy-hitting Rawl MG, and I was able to get this clip in like one game. I think in total, I have about 20 kills using this gun. I got super lucky and was able to get this one pretty quickly. Next up is the RPK with a relatively easy quad feed on the Himmelmatt Expo map. Great gun overall, and honestly a decent map too. Finally, to round out the LMGs, we have the Rap H with one of the coolest feeds of the video, a rolling 6-man feed. I finally figured out the spawns on this map and was able to just keep getting the enemy as they came out of their spawn, even firing blindly into the smoke at one point and still picking up a kill. So yeah, a great clip to finish up the LMGs. Now let's move into the marksman rifles of Modern Warfare 2. These weapons, like you could probably guess, hit a little heavier than the battle rifles but require more precision due to a slower fire rate and a limited ammo capacity. And first up we have the EBR-14. This clip is a good example of how sometimes in this game, and really all Call of Duty games in general, you just gotta keep shooting if the enemies take cover, because chances are they're gonna re-peek the exact same corner and try to eco challenge you, which is how I got that third guy in this clip. Moving on, we have the bolt action SPR-208, and I know the quality on this clip is kind of bad. I actually lost the original clip, I don't know how, but I only have this really low quality version that will have to suffice for now, because I'm absolutely not trying to grind for this quad feed again. Next up, we have a pretty good clip with the LMS on the Lighthouse map, but I had the exact same thing happen with this one too. Not sure how or why, but the original file was lost, which sucks because I was able to squeak out an additional split quad feed towards the end of this clip here, and it would have been really cool to have this in higher quality, but unfortunately this is all I have for this gun. Moving on to the Lockwood MK2, which is the only lever action rifle in the game, I believe. I was able to hit this 5-man pretty easily by flanking around the enemy's spawn, and if you slow down the clip, I actually looked directly at a 6th enemy, but didn't shoot at him because I thought he was a friendly. So yeah, definitely missed opportunity there. Next is the SAB-50 with a very clean clip on the castle map. I'm just going to let this clip speak for itself. So yeah, definitely one of the best clips I've ever hit on this game. And finally, rounding out the marksman rifles is my favorite weapon of them all, the TAC-M. I was able to flank around the enemies on the objective here and take them all out for the clean quad feed. You can see on the last guy I was panicking a little bit, but I was able to take him out to end the clip. Just a couple of categories left now. Here we have the snipers, and I have some absolutely great clips in this category. I'm pretty proud of some of these feeds. Let's just jump right into the snipers, starting off with the MCPR-300. Now, this clip specifically isn't very great. I missed quite a few shots in the middle of this feed, but I was able to hit a collat by holding the corner peak here at the end of the clip to round out the quad feed. So not too bad overall. Next up is the Signal 50, a semi-automatic sniper, and in my opinion, definitely one of the best snipers in the game. I kept getting close calls with this gun, but no quad. I think I was just getting unlucky, but I finally was able to hit this nice feed at the beginning of the game, and surprisingly the exact same spot as the last one. This is a really good area to catch the enemies as they're funneling into the center at the start of the game, so keep this spot in mind when you're playing on this map. Next is the LAB-330, and I don't think I really have much of an opinion on this weapon because I got this quad feed so fast. But total side note, look at this second shot here. That definitely should have connected. I mean, come on, look at that. But in the end, it didn't matter because I knew where the enemies were probably going to be coming from and kind of just hung out until they showed up to finish off the clip. Now, onto the last base game sniper, the XPX-80. I actually hit this one in a small map 3v3 game mode on the map Alley. Now, ignore all the missed shots at the beginning of the clip. I am not a very good sniper. And another thing, for some reason, the audio on this clip was really glitchy, and I wasn't able to find a recording of it not being all glitchy, so this is all I've got to show, which is a little unfortunate because it's a pretty good clip, finishing off with a collateral for the 5 on screen. That's all for the base game snipers, but I do have one more sniper, the Victus XMR, which came out in Season 1. For some reason, I thought this was just a base game weapon. It's not, it's actually a Season 1 gun, but still, it doesn't matter because I was luckily able to hit this rolling 5-man pretty easily by overlooking the entrance to the hardpoint and sniping the enemies as they were coming in. So yeah, definitely not a bad sniper and not too much of a time sink either. Moving on to the shotguns, I have some absolutely awesome clips to show you guys. Now, I love all of the shotguns in this game. They have like a punch to them that was very much missing from the shotguns in my last quad feed with every gun video. Sick animations, great handling, good attachments, they're all just solid picks in this game. So let's just start off with the Lockwood 300, which is this game's double barrel shotgun. So initially I started off grinding all of the shotguns on shipment 24/7, which is how I got this first clip here. But honestly, anyone can get quad feeds on shipment. It's pretty easy if you play on it for long enough. So I went back and got this one on one of the gunfight maps during small map 3v3 LTM. The streak was actually going for quite a while because I got into a pretty easy lobby, but I realized after the fact that this game also has skill-based matchmaking in it. So that also probably means that I was playing pretty horribly with this gun for quite a while. Moving on to the Expedite 12, first here is a clip on shipment 24/7. This gun has such a satisfying sound to it, but it doesn't do a ton of damage in one shot unless you aim for center mass, which kind of makes sense because it's a semi-automatic shotgun. So, I mean, for balancing reasons, it probably shouldn't be as strong as a pump action. But to kind of counteract that, I used slug rounds instead of buckshot and was able to hit this pretty nice clip in a regular multiplayer map. Moving on to the Bryson shotgun platform, starting off with the Bryson 800. I hit this clip on shipment when the game initially came out, but it's just so satisfying, I decided, yeah, I'll keep this one. Like, come on, that was a solid clip. It's a pretty good gun overall. So that was the tube-fed variant, and next up is the Bryson 890, which is the magazine-fed shotgun in the Bryson shotgun family. Easily the best shotgun in the game, in my opinion. I initially hit this rolling 5-man on shipment, but I love this shotgun. Like, this thing is awesome. So I kept playing with it and actually hit the second quad feed on the same map. I didn't want this video to be all on shipment, so I ended up moving to the regular 6v6 maps and got this insane clip on El Asilo while playing Hardpoint. Realistically, I have no idea how I didn't die there in the beginning. I mean, I literally tagged like 3 people with one shot, but luckily nobody turned around to look at me and I was able to take out everybody near the objective. So that's a pretty cool clip. And that'll do it for the shotguns. Moving on to the last class of guns in the game, we have the pistols, which are all pretty solid picks for a backup weapon, all things considered. We're going to just jump right into these, starting off with the P890. And with the lightweight trigger on it, this pistol kind of feels like the TAC-45 from Black Ops 2, if you guys remember that far back. This quad feed was also hit in one of those 3v3 modes on the smaller gunfight maps. Next is the 50GS, or pretty much just the Deagle, on the Mercado multiplayer map. I think this gun one-taps to the head, which is pretty useful if you're able to be accurate, which I am not. So I just resorted to spamming it, and that turned out to work just fine, getting these last 2 people over here to finish up the quad feed. The next pistol is the X12, which is the default pistol in Warzone 2, I believe. In Warzone, I mean, it's not great, but it's the starter pistol, so that kind of makes sense. But in multiplayer here, I really don't have much of an opinion on it because I was able to get this feed in like my first or second game. So yeah, not too bad overall. Next up is the Basilisk, which is this COD game's revolver. This gun hits like an absolute truck. It's able to one-shot to the body at close range. I wasn't having great luck with this one though. It was taking me a little longer than the other pistols, but I did end up getting this clip that's playing now on the Lighthouse map, so I'm pretty happy with this one overall. Finally, rounding out the pistols, we have the X13 Auto, which I think is pretty much the same as the X12, but with different attachments and obviously full auto on it. I was able to get this akimbo quad feed on Dome with the extended mags on it, but there's this really cool conversion kit you can get for this pistol too that basically turns it into an SMG. So I wanted to clip with that one too, but oh my god, man, this thing sucks. Like, the damage is just so low when you're not using it akimbo. And I have one clip where I put, I think, about a dozen rounds into 2 enemies, and they turn around and just kill me instantly. So definitely a super frustrating gun to use, but I'm pretty proud of this clip playing now. And that's the last quad feed of the video. Overall, I had a lot of fun making this video, but oh my god, this took me a long time to do. I think it was somewhere in the realm of like a couple months playing on the weekends when I came home from college and whatnot to get all the clips for this video. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. And if you guys want to see more of this kind of thing or any other challenges for the games I'm playing currently, just let me know down in the comments section and I'll see what I can do. I've been playing a lot of Helldivers 2 lately, so I'm eager to make a video on that. The montage with no commentary is about to play shortly, so if you'd like, you're also welcome to check that out as well. And that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.